So this guy does a lot of reactions, right, on videos, on people. Also does these videos where he gives his point of view on some movie or some actor. He's generally in the Bollywood space, but he does it in a very aggressive manner. So if you see his
So the Arnab
videos,
Goswami of
kind of,
content.
yes, yeah. So he uses very strong language. He will use very strong expressions.
Yeah.
His tonality is quite, is quite aggressive.
Yeah.
Overall, he just comes across as someone who's giving you a very strong point of view. And I think that is a bait that people do take.
Yeah.
Right? And I have to say that he does it really well.
Okay, so you do like rage bait.
I do like someone who's giving out an opinion very strongly. And that's what I like about him. There is no black or white. He's very unambiguous about what he feels, right? I might not agree with him, but that
he
still does not
incites you.
dissuade me from watching his video. So yeah, I quite like him. And there was this video he did, the last video of his that I saw on Dhurandhar. It's not a movie that I've watched, so I can't speak about the movie as such. But he really gave it very, very positive reviews and everything. And then he did some follow-on videos where he talked about people who were criticizing the movie. And he did this very sort of angry kind of videos as to how these people who are criticizing these movies are just people who love, the kind of movies that Karan Johar makes and want to believe in this lovey-dovey kind of view of the world and do not want to do anything with the real life world. I feel that's I don't agree with that, right? I feel like you might dislike a movie. Does not mean that you're dissing an entire genre or that you're being unpatriotic or you're not interested in the country, whatever. I might disagree with him, but I still find his content very engaging. So I feel like...
Is it about somebody being angry and shouting their opinions that captivates the interest of, I have to check him out?
In general, anger is not something that I like. I mean, I don't think well, again, the whole point of rage bait is that you find anger engaging, right? I don't typically find anger engaging.
Right.
But there is a fine balance to be had where you can still very assertively put your perspective, criticize in very strong and harsh terms and still not come across as being completely one-sided negative. And I think that's a balance that some of these people who create content that can be considered as rage bait need to have. So like that, this guy came to my mind because I feel he does that balancing act really well. And he's also had his fair share of, people trolling him and people threatening him and all of that stuff. And he just comes back and makes videos about those trolls or those threats that people have given him. But anyway, so I think it's all about that balance and knowing your audience and knowing what is it that your audience would want you to do.
So do you define him as rage bait or balanced rage bait? Or is it just we love opinionated content creators?
I think it is very controlled rage bait. I think he's very it's very intentional. But it's also, I think, balanced to a certain extent. Right. You should also not look. I don't even think that there's any market out there for complete fence hitters. People who say that it was good in these ways and it was bad in these ways.
Content can't be balanced or neutral.
So I think people, it's I think I read this somewhere. It's a very common line, but people might feel like they're independent and they have their own mind, but people love being told what to believe.
Oh yeah.
Right. So people love someone who has a very strong point of view, because if it aligns with their worldview, then they find it validating. If it does not align with their worldview, then it still gives rise in them this feeling of not agreeing with something, which in turn gives them a very strong identity of what do they actually believe in.